Now, a lot of people always ask me about advice on buying hybrid cars, and my advice is always this: don't buy, right? Better you don't buy. But I know some of you, you don't like to listen to advice one, and you say, but Con, okay, never mind. Today, the first of this two-part series, I've got two hybrid cars for you to check out in my collection. Both of them, priced below 35,000 ringgit. So basically, if let's say like anything goes south in these cars, your risk era less lah, all right? And today, in the first of these two-part videos, I'm going to show you this, the Hyundai Ioniq. Okay, now a lot of people have reliability concerns when it comes to hybrid cars, but the Ioniq here, you can think of it as the Prius equivalent from Hyundai. Okay, do note that this car in certain countries, Singapore for example, this car is used as a taxi. So let's put it this way, any car that is used as a taxi one, reliability is there, durability is there, because taxi drivers of all people, they can't afford cars that always break down, that always bengkel life. So you can see that from the outside, the shape of the Ioniq is very much almost inspired by the Prius, and it is a design that, if I may say, until today still stands the test of time. It's still a very modern looking car, right? It's got the this C-shaped LED lights here. You've got the daytime running lights here as well. And check this out. Check out the laminated Hyundai logo on the grille. This car has ADAS, right? This was launched back in 2016. I still remember testing this car brand new when I was still working in car list. So this car has been around for quite some time, right? Now, from the shape, you can see here, even from the passenger side, it's got keyless entry. So it's not exactly a low spec car, other than of course the front halogen headlights, but otherwise it is actually a pretty high spec car. Okay, you come to the back here, very interestingly designed. So you've got this spoiler here that splits the rear windscreen into two parts. Okay, and under the H logo here, it's where the boot opener as well as the reverse camera. So you can see that the design is a lot of very thoughtful touches, right? So here is the tonneau cover, and come check this out. So there is a guide rail here molded into the plastic to guide the tonneau cover's movements, and of course it's replaceable, it's removable. Underneath here, check this out. Hyundai has packaged this car so well, right, that even with multi-link rear suspension, this car has a full-sized spare tire in there, right? Underneath here, there's all these hidden compartments. Okay, and the boot size is big. Even with the fact that they have to fit the hybrid battery somewhere, they've got a full-size spare in there, this is still a properly large luggage area, considering its type of car. Okay, well, the boot mechanism is a bit wonky. Now, let's come inside. Okay, so as a hatchback, of course, it's got 60/40 split folding seats. And as you can see here, the seats here join nicely with the boot floor, right? And wow, the space here at the back is fantastic. I've got great leg room ahead of me, good lean angle here, and also the seat angle here is just nice, offering me fantastic thigh support. I've got rear aircon vent here as well. So it's a very nice environment here. This, in terms of body size, this is proper C-segment size inside here at the back. Now, we come to the front. So don't be fooled by all this gray coloring, okay? Yes, I know recent Hyundai cabins in terms of design have not been very inspiring, but quality-wise, really there's no complaints. This is a 2016 or 2017 car, but all the switch gear here is still in fantastic condition, all right? And you've got a touchscreen here as well. So I'm going to start the electronics up of this car, all right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So this being a hybrid, and check out the display here, all right? For its age, right? The display is colored and I would say impressively high res for its age, right? So you can see here in the middle, there's also this integrated head unit as well. So it's very basic lah, all right? Okay, set up. So you've got this this whole thing going on here, very, very nicely executed for its era, for its era. And one thing that's very underrated about Hyundai is that a lot of people always praise Honda for their interior packaging, but actually Hyundai is not bad also. Look at this center console here. You've got this tray here as a wireless charger. You've got a 12-volt socket in there, USB port, another 12-volt socket in here, this space here for your cup holder, and there is this nice little slot here which you can use to like even put a whole iPad in here. All right, there's another 12-volt, sorry, another USB port inside here as well. So in terms of this whole center console utilization of space, this is actually very, very well done. The air conditioning is 2-zone climate control. Okay, so the Ioniq, back in the day, this was of course pitched against the Toyota Prius. But today, of course, there are so many more options when it comes to hybrid cars and also electric vehicles. And certainly, right, by today's standards, the transition between electric and combustion engine power, not as seamless as many of the more modern cars, but still, it's not that it's rough, right? Every time when the engine starts and stops, it doesn't shake the whole car, but make no mistake, you can feel it. You can feel it. Now, this car, obviously, from the way it drives, I can feel that the owner has spent money to maintain it, right? The suspension, when it went over bumps, it didn't yield any weird squeaking noises and whatnot. But that being said, this is one of those cars where the owner always sent to service, but didn't really jaga the appearance. So that's why the paint in some areas got a bit faded, right? But mechanically, this car feels solid. There is no judder, no squeaks, no rattles, right? And the engine power, well, it feels good, right? And go over the bumps again. Now, this is where you can feel that the dynamics of this car is well sorted. It has rear multi-link suspension. So as I went over the bump, you see, when a car has torsion beam, when you go over those bumps, right, you can feel the whole bump, the whole rear end jumping up. This one does not. This one, when I went over the bump, you can feel that the rear wheels were absorbing the bump. All right. So yeah, this car is, by today's standards, this car is not quiet, but it is smooth. It is refined, and yeah, there is definitely enough power down low to make start-stop traffic feel effortless. Okay, and you know, for a car this age, right, it is rather modern. It's got a full ADAS system, okay, which back when it was new, I tested it, it was not bad, right? Of course, I don't have the traffic conditions to effectively demonstrate here, but it's a good ADAS system, and the overall quality of this cabin really is, it's good lah. It's decent, right? So for less than 35,000 ringgit, now who should buy this car? If your budget, you're barely stretching it to 35,000 ringgit, then I will tell you don't buy this car, right? Don't. But if you have 35,000 ringgit that is like, you know, spare cash, that you just want to buy something unique yet reliable, yeah, you can consider this. This car is, I would tell you, it's not for everybody, but for the price, it is a very, very low risk purchase. If you're still fascinated with hybrid cars, right? You want something with good fuel economy, which this thing has. It's a lot of reports say that it's more economical than a Prius. And yeah, I mean, it's, look at just at about what, 2/3 fuel tank, it still reaches 591 kilometers of estimated range, right? So it is a very, very fuel efficient car. If you're interested to check this car out, fill in the form in the description section below, and my team will be in touch to arrange a viewing or a test drive.